Good morning, y'all. Joe here from Black Rock Central Railroad. Today is Saturday, and yesterday in the mail I got my plastic for my build, and we proceeded this morning to cut the mock-up apart into individual pieces and used all of those pieces as templates. So we haven't got it all cut out yet, but I thought I'd show this. I probably should have showed part of this earlier. But what we've got here is both sides of my house, the peak that goes in the front wall, the porch, and we have the back wall and the bump out section to continue with. I have marked window locations. And on these parts here, we're going to proceed to drill a bunch of holes in there and cut all these windows out a little bit smaller than what the line shows so that we can do the filing and have all of our windows fit where the windows are supposed to fit. I've got a bunch of them here from Tichy that are all supposed to go in here. As you can see, well, this one here takes the larger window. And then I get 3 of them across the front plus the door. We all get an attic window too that hasn't been put on or drawn on here yet. But you get the general idea. I have, in addition to the sheet plastic that I ordered, which is, what did I get here? 20 thousandths, I believe, is what this is. No, 30 thousandths, I'm sorry, 30 thousandths. In addition to that, I got some 2x4 strips, which will be used for going around the doors and windows as trim. Picked up some square tubing in case I happen to need some reinforcements. And some U-channel that's going to be used for the rain gutters. Joe Piskel on his channel had mentioned using Legos. So I picked up at the dollar store a little bag of Legos, and these will all be used as soon as I can find one that's a nice size here. Yeah, let's use this one here. These are perfectly square chunks of plastic. Everybody knows what a Lego is. These are cheap aftermarket brands, but they are perfectly square. And what I plan on doing with them is using them as reinforcements to maintain the squareness of the building. Gluing them in on the back side, put the next piece in, line them up nice and square. I think this is going to work out pretty decent on this, especially since I don't have one of those fancy trays that everybody else is using nowadays, especially Vinny. I should have bought one of those years ago, but I never did. But we're going to proceed here for a little bit and try to get some windows cut out and maybe even get some windows glued in, because they all get modified some anyway, and I'll show you what I'm doing with that later on. So for now, hang tight and we'll get a little bit more done and then we'll bring you back. Okay guys, sorry about the lighting. It's not the greatest thing in the world here. This is 2 hours later and I have 2 whole walls done. See if we can get the camera here to focus a little bit. What we have here is the front wall with all its trimmings, window sills, and the side wall with windows and all its trim. Well, one good thing is all this mess gets painted white. And then eventually when they get here, I have to shingle all these walls with the asbestos shingle paper. And so then everything will show up better. But that's 2 hours worth of work for 5 windows. Yeah, this is going to take a little while. So back later when I have more to show you. Okay, rail fans. This here is going to be the end of this first episode. Well, actually, I think this is episode number 2. But that's okay. What we've got here is the basic structure. Although the back wall does not have the bump out, nor does it have the windows cut out of it yet. We do have this much done. I'm gonna slide this around here. And for the time being, we are just taped together again, because I don't want to glue the walls together until after I get the shingles on there. That way I can lay everything flat and get the shingles put on where they're in a nice straight line. Then glue everything together. And here again, this is not going to be sitting flat on the ground when it's done. It will have a foundation on it. It's not quite 3 feet off the ground here in the front part. But let me show you all the windows had to be modified. As you can see, a lot of the moldings there in the middle are all cut out. This is how my windows are in the house. But I think you get a general idea of what all I got done today anyway. I think tomorrow we will get the back wall done and get the bump out section on it. And then I may grab some foam and get started on the foundation. Once I know everything's nice and squared up on this, I know how to make the foundation and the front porch and the back porch, and we can go from there. So, until further ado, this will do for this one. Let me get this posted. That way everybody gets to keep track of what's happening. So we'll catch you all on the next one. Bye for now.